Welcome, class of 2020 at the University of Kentucky. Today represents a remarkable milestone for you and for all those who have supported you. We are proud and honored to celebrate this special moment with you. We are doing it a bit differently, but we hope it is no less special. Today is an opportunity, along with those who love and who have supported you, to recognize a remarkable achievement. You join a proud and long legacy, a big blue nation of people throughout the Commonwealth, the country, and the world who are making a difference. They are leading lives of meaning and purpose. And today, you join them in the next step of that journey. You do so as a graduate of this special place. Welcome, class of 2020. We are excited to celebrate with you. At this time, I would like to introduce UK's Chief Academic Officer, the University of Kentucky Provost, David W. Blackwell.
Good afternoon. I am honored to be here with you today to celebrate what is for many of you the most special day of your academic journeys. It is without a doubt my favorite day of the year. You, our students, are the center of everything we do here at UK, and today we recognize your hard work and congratulate you on more than just a job well done. This year, you confronted some of the most difficult challenges you've ever faced. We've had to work together like never before to keep each other safe, all the while balancing the rigors of classes and other responsibilities. But you marched forward and pushed through, and your resilience is inspiring. Despite what you have endured, today you will become alumni of this special place, and I'm confident that you will carry that same resiliency with you wherever you go. I know you will make us proud. Remember that the Wildcat community is here for you no matter where you go. We will be ready, as we always have been, to celebrate and support your wildest ambitions. Now, we have some stories to share with you from your fellow graduates.
I'm Wilbur Hackett Jr. from Winchester, Kentucky. I'm graduating with a degree in liberal arts. When I was getting recruited, and I chose UK because, first of all, my parents were big UK fans, but also because of the opportunities that I felt like were going to be presented. For the last 50 years, I've thought about graduation, and when I didn't graduate, I thought about why I didn't graduate, and I won't make any excuses because I had other things going on. I got married, and football was not the life that I thought it was going to be. But since I left UK in 1971, it's always been my dream, my goal was to graduate from UK. And this past year and a half ago, I decided I was going to do it no matter what, because I've attempted to go back to school on several occasions. And I just decided this time I'm going to do it. The challenges, no doubt, have been technology, but you owe it to yourself once you have the opportunity to take advantage of it. Just don't wait like I did 50 years, because it means a lot to you as an individual, to your family, and it makes a difference in the way you live your life. It's like a weight or load lifted off my shoulders because it's important. It's very important, and I stress and emphasize so much to my children and grandchildren the importance of education. I'm hesitant about some of the things that I say because I didn't have my degree from UK, and now it's almost like again I'm free, and I can talk freely about the importance of getting your education and being a complete person. The opportunities that UK has given me to finish school is a confirmation that I made the right decision because of the people that were in the university community, and because of the leadership that I felt came from the president to the coach to the administration. I just felt UK was the right place for me. I'm just really thrilled to death to be part of the class of 2020 with my nephew Nazim Muhammad. So we're gonna celebrate big time. I'm just so thankful for the university being the school that it is, because it's just been a lot to me and my family for over these many years. And that's what makes this moment, again, so special. It's because of all the things that we went through and all the sacrifices that were made for me to be here today.
I have sort of a non-traditional path to law school. I went to U of L for a couple years and then went and worked for the athletic department, and I got pregnant, had a baby, came back, finished my degree, and then started working for a nonprofit legal services. And they were like, you know what? You would do a really good job at being a lawyer. I applied, and I'm at UK now. I would say that my experience has been unique in the fact that I'm a mom and I'm a little bit older than most of my classmates. So giving up actually working 3 years of income to come to law school, I have no income during law school, trying to support her, going back through the educational process again after you've already got one degree. It's a little challenging, but I don't think I would change it. I've really enjoyed my time. My little one, she definitely is my motivator. Everything that I've done since she's been born has been just to provide a better life for her. And I have to stop and think about every decision that I make in law school about where I'm going to work, how much is it going to pay, because I'm not just taking care of myself, I'm taking care of her. So she's always at the forefront of my mind when I'm making these decisions. So I think that kind of keeps me going. It's been amazing to have such a positive support system in our faculty, staff, administration. I don't say that lightly. Like, you don't go everywhere and feel the way that I felt when I came here. So I want to be a vision that the law school can say, look, if she can go through this and make it, then anybody can. And that's probably what I'm most proud of, that I set those goals, accomplished those goals, and now I'm graduating and I got to fulfill everything that I set out to.
I've wanted to work at NASA since, I don't know, I was around 5 years old. My ultimate life dream is to become an astronaut and to go to either the moon or Mars. I've known that I wanted to do that for a very long time, and I was lucky with my internships. I was given exposure to it, so I knew that it was possible to accomplish my dreams with my degree, and that kept me motivated. I would always just think about my internships and think about where I wanted to end up in the future. The College of Engineering does a really great job of teaching us how to present and giving us exposure to work in groups with different people, and that was definitely a challenge for me at first. I'm a very natural introvert, and so learning to work effectively with other people was a little bit of a challenge, but I feel like the courses at UK gave me great experience for that. I definitely think that UK has given me the foundational knowledge through its education and the skills that I've gained to start my career at NASA, which will hopefully be a springboard for my eventual becoming an astronaut. And I'm just really proud that I've made it this far and I've had the opportunities at NASA that I was able to have, and I'm going to be graduating and fulfilling my childhood dream of working at NASA.
So I've always been really, really involved on campus, always in the heart of what's going on campus. I don't know much else than campus living. I started off as a public health major. I switched my major my sophomore year to pre-nursing. I really thought that I had chose the wrong major. I really thought it was like last semester, I was like, did I do this entire major and like, maybe this isn't what I want to do. And it was like, I was just with the wrong group of people. So instead of adults, my niche was children. And now I'm like in love with it. I felt like I was almost running from it at first because all of my friends, all of my family, they would suggest it. And in my head, I thought nursing was just, you're cleaning people up, you're bottom of the totem pole. So when I started nursing and actually got into the field, I was like, that's completely wrong. Like that entire stigma of nursing it's almost the opposite. Like we're the ones in the patient's room, we're the ones caring for the patients. We're there, 24/7 really. The biggest lesson is to definitely reach out for help, for sure. Especially here at UK, there's so many resources, there's so many people that literally their job is just that. Their job is just to help. There's no reason for you to be struggling alone. There's no reason for you not to reach out. There's help out there. I think what I want to accomplish is honestly just being there for my patients in like a very like vulnerable time. Like I don't really look at it as if I want to be like a nurse practitioner or I want to open my own practice. Like that's not really the goal for me. The goal really is to just be like the best nurse that I can be, really. Because I feel like if I focus on the patients and like giving the patients the best care, then all of that will like follow.
I'm Nazi Muhammad from Chicago, and I'm graduating with a degree in liberal arts from the University of Kentucky. When I committed to Kentucky over 25 years ago, I probably was a little naive and expected more than what kind of happened that first year. I was a real confident player, of course. I was highly recruited until I decided to come to Kentucky, which was probably the best decision I ever made. My 3 years at Kentucky was pretty amazing. Even when I left, I really didn't want to leave and go to the pros. It was just one of those things that the situation was right. We went to 3 straight national championships games. From an educational standpoint, it was great too. It prepared you for life. It prepared you for the pros. In all honesty, when I got to the NBA, it was easier after what I've experienced at Kentucky. So it really prepared me to be successful in any avenue or any direction I went. What motivated me through those challenges of balancing, just work, family, school, was just that desire to finish. That was just my motivation. Just having that void of considering myself alumni of the University of Kentucky, but not actually completing the courses to graduate, just always ate at me. Coming back to school online was different for me. After you've been out of school for 20 years and actually come back, so it was difficult at first, but once I got into the swing of things, it was like riding a bike, and I actually think I was a better student this time around just because I was better at time management and just my desire to finish up. I'm very grateful for Project Graduate. It was a lot on my plate, working for Oklahoma City Thunder, family, travel, trying to balance school, but everyone at UK was just amazing, from my counselors to the registrar, just devising a plan to help me kind of finish up. As far as graduating from UK, the things I'm most proud of, of course, is the national titles and the tradition of the school, and actually being able to say that I'm 100% part of that tradition, not only as an athlete, but as a student. It's a nice stamp to finish off, the career I started at Kentucky and to transition to the career that I'm moving forward in as far as the business of basketball in the front office.
We are pleased to welcome Tevin Vincent, a member of the class of 2020, for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
In the Marvel Comics universe, we learn the story of Doctor Strange, a brilliant doctor whose career is ended in a tragic accident. He has to find a new path, new powers, new purpose. He questions the moment he faces. I am not ready, he says. In return, he is told, no one ever is. We do not get to choose our time. We don't get to choose our time either. And we certainly didn't choose this moment. But we must choose what we do with it. To you, the 2020 graduates of the University of Kentucky, I want to offer these 3 ideas as you enter a world that needs you now more than ever. First, we have been here before. You are now part of a legacy of those at UK who also faced terrible tasks. A century ago, a flu pandemic enveloped our world. UK temporarily shut its doors. The Buell Armory was converted into a field hospital for some 400 people. The moment called, they answered. In the Great Depression, many thought we would close our doors forever because our financial straits were so dire. But they rallied, cutting costs and tightening belts. They survived and eventually thrived. The moment called, they answered. A little more than 70 years ago, a young man from Louisville, Lyman T. Johnson, sought to enroll here. He was the first student of color to enter our doors. His entire life, he faced the sting of systemic racism. But he was determined to, in his words, not let the wagon roll back down the hill. The moment called, he answered. Today, we offer more opportunity to more people in more places and spaces than ever before. The door he forced open still isn't wide enough for all those who should pass through it. But because of Lyman T. Johnson, we are farther along on the path of equality than ever before. Second, that legacy of endurance and resilience, grace and grit demonstrates that we can do more and be more when we are together. We stand on broad shoulders of people who understood this. Their gains often came in moments of peril, but they built community, and as a community, they made each other better. Third, they understood building bridges rather than burning them was harder work, but ultimately a more durable and lasting path. Social injustice and inequality are not new afflictions. 27 centuries ago, Isaiah, the biblical prophet, admonished the people of his time with words Dr. King would use 2 millennia later. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill should be made low. The rough places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. The temptation is strong to allow today's plagues, whether of body or mind, to push us apart. They undermine trust and breed fear. They stimulate suspicion and give harbor to cruelty. Those whose legacy you are inheriting knew the path of unity was rockier at first, but it sustained them. It made them stronger, better. Today, in the face of formidable foes, I'm filled with hope. Hope because of our shared history. Hope because of you. In this time, in this moment, you did not shrink from your responsibilities. You were physically distant, but stayed connected, finding ways to safely come together as a community. You complied with daily screening. You found new methods to gather, study, and succeed. You helped slow a disease in our community when many thought it wasn't possible. We live in a time of deep divisions, along lines of race and culture, faith and nationality, identity and ideology. Rather than be divided by differences, more often than not, you demonstrated a willingness to expand yourself, to seek understanding. You understood that the University of Kentucky is a promise, created more than 155 years ago, forged in moments of deep division, a promise that persists in America's darkest hours. We have been and will continue to be a shining beacon of excellence for those who follow. There is no easy time. We did not choose this moment. It chose us. This moment calls, and I know that once again, like those before you, you will answer. Now, I have the pleasure of introducing our student speaker. Tamara Vest is a social work major from Nicholasville, Kentucky. Please join me in welcoming Tamara, a representative of the December class of 2020.
Good afternoon, families, friends, and fellow graduates. It is an honor to speak for the University of Kentucky December class of 2020. We are a special class, and history found us. We have worked through 10 months of a global pandemic and graduated. Let me repeat that. We have worked through 10 months of a global pandemic and graduated. We have culminated years of hard work, including our last year being amongst the most difficult, and it is now finally time to celebrate. So today, we celebrate one of the highest achievements in life. We are now graduating from a university that not only guided us through a global pandemic, but who also guided us through an unsettling time in our society as well. The University of Kentucky has not only taught us how to adapt in our academic journeys, but also how to be a member of our community, being aware of current events, and being an active advocate for social change. It was this reputation that the University of Kentucky upholds for its acceptance to diversity and commitment in serving students that led me to believe that I could be successful as a former foster youth seeking a journey to higher education. As that former foster youth who faced the challenges of being switched from home to home, changing cities, changing schools, and changing friends, change was never a new concept to me. My ability to adapt and my resiliency is embedded into my bones. It was this resiliency, coupled with my strong determination, the support of my peers and our university, that led me to understand that giving up was not an option. with only 3% of foster youth graduating college with a bachelor's degree, the odds were certainly stacked against me. But now here I am among the few, graduating with a bachelor's degree and proceeding forward to pursue a master's. The College of Social Work has provided a great platform for recognizing my strengths and offering tremendous supports which have helped manifest my work on local, state, and national policies that affect the child welfare system today. It was this platform that allowed me to have the knowledge and the perseverance to pass a law that benefited foster and adoptive youth who were also seeking higher education like me. In the middle of this pandemic shutdown. I say all of this as an example of someone who represents features of what it means to be a true wildcat, manifesting grit and grace, just like the rest of our class does. Class of 2020, we have succeeded through many challenges until now, and our next steps will certainly include more. We may feel overwhelmed and may be fearful, but our grit and our grace have conquered these setbacks many times, and they will continue to be a part of us in our future journeys. This pandemic has helped us discover the best parts of ourselves, which will certainly uplift us into our future. Everything that we have ever wanted is on the opposite side of never giving up. So today we celebrated our grit, we celebrated our grace, we get to celebrate health, we get to celebrate love, and we get to celebrate our communities. We get to celebrate finishing that last paper or that last final, and most importantly, we get to celebrate us, the class of 2020. We are the ones who cried because we couldn't see our friends during quarantine. We couldn't spend our last year taking part in certain campus events, but we got to meet our professors and our peers, dogs and cats, who decided that they wanted to attend those 8 a.m. Zoom classes. We masked up and socially distanced when campus reopened. We did not get to experience the in-person commencement that we all would have loved, but here we are, the class who did not give up. So here we are behind our computer screens, dressed in regalia. Some may be wearing a dress or a suit and tie. Some may be wearing pajamas from the waist down. That's something that we will never know. But what we do know is that we are worthy. We are capable. And we did it. We did it, class of 2020. Congratulations, and go Cats.
At this time, I would like to introduce Hannah M. Myers, the president of the UK Alumni Association.
Congratulations, class of December 2020, on this remarkable achievement. We're so proud of you and your perseverance during this extremely difficult year, and we're proud to welcome you as a member of the UK Alumni Association, an organization with thousands of graduates just like you from around the country and around the world. I hope you feel the support and encouragement that makes the University of Kentucky special, and by being a part of Big Blue Nation for the rest of your life. That support will follow you wherever you go. Now more than ever, we need to remain informed and connected. We know this year is not what you expected, but we encourage you to stay active in our chapters across the world and to stay in touch with the university. There are so many ways to get involved. As Wildcats, we can continue to build an even stronger community, one that's dedicated to the promise of this institution, to the promise of our mission as Kentucky's university. We look forward to achieving what's wildly possible together.
While this year's ceremony may be different, the pride that the University of Kentucky family has for each and every one of you remains stronger than ever. Please enjoy these words of encouragement.
Good afternoon. Let me congratulate all the graduates. Amazing what you had to go through to get to this point. No others who have graduated from college had to be as diligent as you to stay healthy, to keep each other healthy, to be a community that would care about one another. And maybe as you leave this great institution, as bad as it all was, you get to take that with you. That there are things I got to sacrifice for the greater good, to protect my fellow citizens. You did it. Hats off to you. You're going to be able to talk about it for 40 years. How did you get through it? Well, you got through it. Congrats.
President Capilouto, I am pleased to present to you the May, August, and December 2020 candidates for graduate and professional degrees and bachelor's degrees.
It is now my honor to declare that these candidates have met all requirements and have been appropriately recommended for graduation by the faculty. Therefore, by the power vested in me by the University of Kentucky and by consent of the faculty, it is my privilege and honor to inform these graduates that, pending final approval by the Board of Trustees, each of you will be awarded the degree for which you have been recommended. For the baccalaureate degrees, it is now fitting for all graduates to perform the traditional custom of moving your tassels from the right to the left of your mortarboards. As you do so, I offer my sincerest congratulations and best wishes to you all. Among these baccalaureate degree recipients, there's a group deserving of additional recognition. Students who attain a grade point average of 3.8 or higher are graduated summa cum laude. Those with a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.8 are graduated magna cum laude. And those having a grade point average of 3.4 to 3.6 are graduated cum laude. Those of you receiving degrees with commencement honors, please accept our deepest congratulations. Additionally, we recognize that many of our graduates today are charting a new path, a new trajectory for themselves and their families. To all of our first generation graduates today, those who are the first in their families to earn a college degree, we recognize you. We are so proud of you. I would also like to note that in normal years, during our commencement ceremonies, many of our graduates and even some of our faculty wear red, white, and blue honor cords. These cords recognize a very special segment of our Wildcat family. They symbolize military service to our country, and the University of Kentucky is extremely proud to honor them as well. Finally, as we conclude the awarding of the degrees, there are two very important groups of participants I wish to recognize in the completion of these exemplary efforts in graduate and undergraduate study. To all the faculty joining us virtually, we thank you for your dedication to these graduates and to this institution. I would also like to thank the parents, spouses, partners, and families of these graduates. We recognize the measure of their involvement in the achievements we celebrate today. We thank all of you joining us virtually for our 2020 commencement ceremony. I extend my congratulations to all our graduates and wish to simply say thank you. Thank you for showing us what is wildly possible. Each of you has given richly to UK, leaving an indelible impression on this institution. You leave here today as a fundamental part of our Kentucky promise, and you have been outfitted with the necessary tools to face the world and its many challenges. As you continue on your path to success, I hope you remember your alma mater and stay connected to us. We are very proud of you and honored to count you among our UK family.